Chapter 54. Jingle bells, what tale do you want to tell? Is that a reminder I hear? Has it already been another year? The snow started to fall just as Jenny and Agneta got on the tram, both holding on to bags filled with Christmas presents they had just bought. Agneta dropped down on the seat next to the window and let out a deep breath. Whew, I'm happy we found so many gifts. Now we don't have to squeeze into the shops when the Christmas rush starts. I know, Jenny replied. I like this tradition of buying Christmas presents right after the first of Advent. How long have we been doing this? 10 years maybe? Yeah, something like that. I guess we made the presents ourselves when we were small. Gave our poor peasants a drawing or some handicraft or something. They sat in silence until the next stop. When new passengers entered, Jenny lifted the shopping bag from the floor and put it on her lap. What do you think you will be doing this year? Jenny looked at Agneta, confused. What do you mean? You and Keivan, of course. Agneta looked at her as if she was stupid. What do you mean, what are we going to do? On your anniversary! Last year was the Porsche and a hotel night. What will it be this year? Oh! Jenny slapped her palm on her forehead. I haven't thought about that at all. Really, Jenny? Do you remember what date it is? The exact date? I know it's the beginning of December, but Jenny, your anniversary is on the 10th of December. How can you forget these things? Jenny didn't seem to be listening. She just stared straight ahead, many wheels turning in her brain. Okay, so there's 1 week left. This time I need to come up with something. I can't just wait for him to arrange these things. She turned to Agneta. What can I arrange? Well, I guess some time for just the two of you would be great. Yeah, I would. But I can't afford a hotel, and since we did that last year, I don't want to do the same thing again. After a short silence, she continued. If only it were summer, then we could pack a tent and go somewhere on my Honda. Agneta's thoughtful look caught Jenny's attention. Any ideas? Well, if you just want a place to yourselves, though may not, well, I don't know. What? My uncle has a summer cottage in Rävlanda. He doesn't use it wintertime. I'm sure you could borrow it. It's super idyllic. We probably have to go there and turn on the heat a day before or so you don't freeze to death. But for the rest, it should be okay. Oh, Agneta, that would be wonderful. Are you sure it'll be okay? I think so. I'll ask him, of course, but I think he'll say yes. I can ask my mother if I can borrow the car. You can go by train too. It takes about an hour from the central station. It's not that far. Close to Bollebygd, on the road to Borås. Okay, Highway 40 if I can borrow the car, otherwise we go by train. And then you can cook something special. I tried a really great recipe the other day. Oh, Jenny, who lived on macaroni and ketchup now that she lived alone in a student apartment, grimaced. I can't, I won't. I guess I'll just buy some takeaway. Oh, come on, Jenny, that's not romantic. Jenny smiled naughtily. I can make it romantic, with some candles and serving the food dressed in a negligee. After they got off the tram, they walked together towards their parents' houses. When Jenny stopped outside her house, she looked at her friend. Thank you, she said after a moment. You're the best friend I could possibly have. Agneta looked back at Jenny and smiled. I know, she said. So are you. Keivan was pleasantly surprised when he, with 2 recently purchased red roses in his hand, was picked up by Jenny in her parents' car. Just as Jenny had suspected, Keivan was more than happy with the takeaway food when Jenny served it dressed in a red negligee that left exactly the right places of her curvy body bare. Once again, they felt as if they were visiting the adult world when they walked around, just the 2 of them, in the little cottage. This will be hard to beat on our next anniversary, Keivan murmured, with his lips touching Jenny's hair. They were lying in the double bed in the quiet cottage. We'll come up with something, Jenny replied, full of confidence.